would supply all, not some of my needs, all of my needs. I got pain in my body. The doctor said I got arthritis. Let me go to Psalms 103. He healed all of my diseases.
Thank you, Lord.
That's the clause. That's what he said. He hit it all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to celebrate
Thank you, Lord.
that I'm healed. He healed all of my diseases. I'm fighting the good fight of faith. See, that's battle. That's warfare right there. I'm fighting right there. I'm fighting. I'm not just going through motions. I'm fighting. I'm fighting. When I needed that money to pay for my house, and I didn't have no money, and I was out there walking around in a car lot on the job with tears in my eyes because I only had a few more days, and I had to turn that money in, and I didn't know where the money was coming from, and I was out there with tears running down my face, giving God praise. Father, I thank you for the money. I thank you for opening up the window of heaven and supplying my need. I thank you that the money already belongs to me, that I have it right now. Didn't have no idea where it was coming from. But I had a word that said he would supply all of my needs.
Thank you, Lord.
Went all the way to the table,
Yeah.
not knowing where the money was coming from. And found out at the table that the man was going to let the fees go so that I wouldn't have to pay the money that I would have had to pay. All the way to the table.
My God.
No idea how it's going to work out. But God, you said that you would supply all of my needs. And I had to walk in faith. To possess. At any point, we could have gave up and said, it ain't come. Call the people and tell them we don't have it. Call the people and said it didn't work out the way we thought it was going to work out. At any point, we could have gave up on day number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We could have gave up at any point and called the people and said, the money we thought we was going to have, the clothes on the house, we don't have it, so we're not going to be able to buy the property. We could have made that phone call. The temptation was there. Do you know how it felt to walk to that table needing $15,000 and only having $5?
My God.
Do you know how? See, people think that when you walk in faith, you don't have no fear. Faith is not about having no fear. Faith is about conquering fear. Faith is about believing in spite of fear. Not allowing fear to dictate your movements. You a fool. No, I'm a believer.
Yes.
And went right on to the table. And the miracle was at the table waiting on us. Right there. Now, if we wouldn't have made it to the table, we'd have missed the miracle. But since we believed him enough to go to the table, the miracle was waiting at the table. Look, Abraham, the ram is in the bush. You have to fight for what belongs to you. If you're not willing to fight, you ain't going to get it. You're not going to get it. It's going to take your faith, your confidence in God, to hold your ground, to believe God in the midst of all circumstances that telling you wrong, it ain't going to work, you a fool. You have to hold on to what God said and watch God come through like a champion.
Right.
Watch him come through. Watch him come through. He will come through. He's just that type of God. God is awesome. He's an awesome God. I can give you so many, in my own life, so many testimonies. I'm seeing my son with all of the pipes. I found a picture. I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna get it blowed up and bring it to y'all so that you can see all of the pipes, not pipes, tools. I'm sorry. All of the tools that was in his body, all of the different tools they had in his mouth, his nose, his veins, all of the stuff they had hooked up to him when he was born. And for about 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks, he was in ICU. Couldn't even touch him because he was premature and he was that fragile. But God, in the midst of all of that, brought him through like a champion. All of that, from the first beginning of the pregnancy, all we heard was names and things. He was going to be this, he was going to be that. Even when we took it from the hospital, they said, oh, you got to watch him close because he has to reach these milestones, because if he don't reach these milestones, then he's not developing properly. All kinds of foolishness. They wanted us to give in to accept. But we believed God with tears in your eyes, holding on to the altar, crying out to God, God, your word, you said that you would not allow my foot to be moved. You said the fruit of my womb is blessed. You said the fruit of my womb is blessed, God. That's your covenant. That's your holding on to that word, fighting for that word. And God came through. God delivered everything. I can give you so many illustrations in my own life, not just in the Bible, in my own life, when we have had to hold on to God and believe God. And every time he comes through. But you got to hold on. You got to fight. You got to stand in there. You got to make your mind up to ride it out. I'm riding with God. Whatever comes, I'm with God. I'm riding it out. You said this what you said? Okay, this is what I'm going to hold on to, and I'm going to ride this thing all the way out to. So if you don't deliver me, I'm going to fall flat on my face. I'm all the way in. We want to go through faith like this. We want to make sure it's strong, and then we'll jump on it. That's not the way it works. If that's what he said, then you just have to go and jump on it. If I fall, I'm falling. But you said this, so I'm jumping on it. That's faith. That's faith. That's faith. We're gonna get into that, because from Bible study I saw that we need a better understanding of faith and a better understanding of how faith and prayer connects, so that we can bring to pass the things that we need in our lives. Do we have any prayer requests before we dismiss? Any prayer requests?